EAFC 24 is on its way, and we're going to talk today about 5 confirmed things being added to the new game from EA Sports, with number 5 being my absolute favourite. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about why it's not going to be called FIFA anymore and the split, and debunking a few rumours that I don't think are true. So if you don't know, of course, FIFA and EA Sports partner to bring you FIFA 23, FIFA Ultimate Team and all the other game modes. And this year, the partnership ends with FIFA wanting too much money from EA Sports to continue the deal into the new coming games. That means that EA Sports are losing the FIFA license, which means basically nothing other than the World Cup game mode and a few other nuances here or there. But because they're licensed with FIFA Pro, which is the organization that deals with the player rights and the team rights and such, they still get to keep basically everything else. So we might still see some new things within the game, but EA Sports and FIFA are separating. I do think that we won't see a FIFA game this year. It would be very, very difficult for FIFA to attach themselves to a game or create a new game very, very quickly. But EAFC 24 is coming, confirmed. But when it's coming, we don't know. The rumor for that is the 29th of September. And the other thing that I've seen rumored a lot that genuinely started off as a this is what I expect from EA, not a guaranteed thing, not from me either, from Footcoder in a tweet, is that there will be no marketplace, but that is not true. There will be a marketplace in EAFC 24. Who knows what that will look like, but it will definitely be there. So with that being said, guys, let's get into the first confirmed thing for EAFC 24, and that is going to be women in Ultimate Team. As you know from EA's content releases so far regarding EAFC, they have got a ticker on their first link, which gives you all the things that they're partnered with, including Bundesliga, SPL, EFL, and on that ticker is the Women's Champions League and the Women's Premier League. So at the very least, those things are going to be in the game. And of course, EA have been gearing up to having women in Ultimate Team for a few years. We have Sam Kerr as an option to pick when you start FIFA 23 for the first time. We have got women officials now, female officials in the game in Ultimate Team already. And then we've got things like Alicia Lehman having her special content and TIFO and kits in the game as well, which I guess for EA is kind of like preempting or giving people that kind of feeling of like, okay, this isn't a new thing when females are going to be in Ultimate Team. This is just going to be a continuation of the already female things in Ultimate Team that are there. From what I saw from Foot Sheriff's tweet is that not only are women going to be in Ultimate Team, but they are most likely going to be in mixed teams and playable. And that poses a very interesting question. Do EA buff the female attributes to match with the male attributes? Do we get 91, 92, 93 rated female players? Does it become a comedy of a game mode where it's maybe only in friendlies in things like Mystery Ball to level the playing field? Do EA nerf the male cards to match with the physicality of the female cards or the ability to kick the ball as hard? And of course, there'll be some outliers where some women at the very least at the top end of the football ladder are better than some men who are at the bottom end, or even the middle end, if you like, the middle of the football ladder. But in general, specifically physically, the men are just stronger, bigger and faster than the women statistically, right? It's just there for you. So if they're going to be able to be playing together in the game, how's that going to look? What's that going to do with regards to packs, promos, other content, and how does that change the overall landscape of Ultimate Team for EAFC 24? It's going to be an exciting one, and it's going to be an interesting one for EA to navigate. I don't wish to be in their position with this because there are obviously lots of different verticals that have to be considered when introducing an entire new gender to the game mode. Do they separate the genders within the game mode? Does that, signify anything as well? It is going to be an absolute nightmare. However, women are coming to Foot, guaranteed, confirmed, 100%. I don't know if it's going to be called Foot either. Maybe it's just going to be Ultimate Team rather than, because it's not FIFA Ultimate Team anymore, is it? It will just be Ultimate Team. So women are definitely coming to Ultimate Team. The next thing that has been confirmed in Ultimate Team, guys, is a brand new card design. Now, it's not too dissimilar from the current card design, especially the kind of shape of it is almost identical with some minor changes, but the way it's going to be presented is seemingly different. As you'll see here from Criminal FIFA, we've got an Erling Haaland on the screen, and I really like this personally myself. I think it offers a lot more visually. I think it offers a lot more to actually create the card for different promos looking a lot better. But of course, it is still a stark upgrade from the old style cards that we used to have back in the old FIFAs, FIFA 9, 10, 11, and 12, where it was just the Panini sticker style card that really didn't have too much information on. And then EA changed and developed into the badge system, which has grown and evolved over the years. And this, of course, will be a new evolution from EA because they will want to distinguish themselves as EAFC 24 instead of FIFA 24. You know, I actually thought that they might go for an even bigger change. However, you can just about, in fact, the card design there almost says foot in the background, but that might be an FC as well. Maybe it's an FC. But you would expect EA would absolutely want to take themselves away from the card designs of FIFA 23. However, with that being said, one thing that is absolutely incredible in the game over the last few years is the designs. The graphics team at FIFA do a crazy good job, and the card designs that they continually come up with are just always phenomenal, and it's one of the most pleasing aspects, at least aesthetically, from the game, is seeing new cards and new card designs. So with no more shackles from FIFA in the game, you know, which I assume would have potentially been part of the issue with Panini and creating World Cup cards or the Panini sticker book style cards, what can EA do with the new card designs? Who knows? Is it going to look like it looks here? Who knows? But also, do EA give us now more when going into the card and looking at the profile information and skill moves and weak foot and traits and specialities and additional information and player bios and all that sort of information? What do we get now that is also going to be accompanied with the change of the card design? The next thing confirmed in EAFC 24, guys, is going to be the brand new set of icons. I don't know if this means that we're going to be losing icons from FIFA 23, if there's going to be a whole overhaul of the icon and or hero system. And I tell you what, again, for FIFA 23, EA have had the icon system nailed down perfectly. For birthday icons, team of the year icons, and World Cup icons have been absolutely outrageous. Hopefully we see some team of the season icons in this campaign too. But with the introduction of new icons and potentially new icon campaigns, the players that we've got coming could be very, very nice. And at least for me personally, the players that we're starting to see come through as icons are players that I actually watched growing up. So it adds a bit of a different feel for me. You know, I've never really enjoyed playing with icons that I just don't know who they are, how they played or anything. You know, some of the really older guys. And there's some definitely older icons coming in now as well. But a confirmed list of icons, including female icons, guys. As you can see right here, Marta is coming. She is confirmed. Even though it says there from Criminal FIFA, Marta isn't confirmed. I have seen other sources, reliable sources, suggest that she is confirmed, along with Birgit Prinz, who I don't really know who that is. Again, for me, you know, women's football it's coming up, which is great. But we've got a lot to learn about it, that is for sure. Mia Hamm, who we do know about, of course. We've got Hamar Sawa and Sun Wen coming as confirmed female icons, which, again, is going to be a really interesting concept in FIFA as how EA merge and bridge that gap between the differentials of the men and the women. But from the men's side of things, we've got Di Stefano, who is going to be the first dual nation icon we have got. One Spanish and one Argentinian. We've got Gento and Sir Bobby Charlton coming, who again are the kind of icons that I didn't see growing up, I don't know much about, and I probably won't play with because I don't have that personal connection with them. However, some icons that are coming that are going to be very exciting are going to be Frank Ribery and Arjen Robben. And if I think back to my FIFA 15 days, they both, with Lewandowski, were in my best team of the year. And so I'm really, really excited for Robben and Ribery to get icon cards. And it's quite new for them as well. Like, it's quite recent. You know, they've only recently retired. And the other player that's coming that's going to be really interesting to play with is going to be Sergio Aguero, also as a confirmed icon. Of course, he's big on social media. It doesn't surprise me he wants to get involved in the game. But we are getting brand new icons in EAFC 24. If you guys have got any more confirmed icons that you can add to the list, let us know in the comment section down below. The fourth thing that we're seeing that is going to be brand new to EAFC is a new traits system. So according to some of the leaks, and Foot Sheriff, who's leaked it as well, he says new trait system, they are comparable to badges in NBA 2K or X Factor skills in NHL 23, which I haven't played NHL, but 2K is a game that I do love, and I think their ultimate or their My Team mode has a lot of real good features that would be great in EA's Ultimate Team mode as well. The goal is to create new levels of player authenticity with more unique players. Most will have unique animations and noticeable gameplay benefits. And one thing that we've seen this year in FIFA is not face card stats or in-game stats paying too much attention to how good a player can be. Last year, there was a big kind of like focus on body type, skill moves, and weak foot being the difference between players and how they feel in game. Whereas this year, the traits have been the main focus for people's attention onto how to separate the very good players from the incredible players, which may even have lesser in-game stats or face card stats or skill moves and weak foot, but having that trait could be the difference. And so when a player doesn't have something like the finesse shot trait or outside the foot shot trait, it's noticeable. Even if they have 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, you still can't get from them what you could get from a lesser player with a more positive trait. So being able to now introduce traits into the game would be absolutely amazing. It does say the traits are expected to be divided into 7 following categories. This is unconfirmed, however, how this is going to work or how it will interpret gameplay. This is just, we know this is coming, we just don't know how. But it says it's expected to be divided into the 7 following categories: scoring, passing, defending, dribbling, physical, goalkeeping, and then ultimate team specific gameplay. It is also said that these traits will be packable and on the market. Again, that is a rumor that is not confirmed. And it kind of takes me to a situation where it's a good and a bad thing. On the one hand, this is a fantasy game mode. And so being able to upgrade or change your players to suit the way you want to play with them could be really, really good. But on the other hand, if you think back to the old FIFAs, especially FIFA 09, where you could have infinite upgrades that were permanent, and then FIFA 10 through, I think, FIFA 16 or FIFA 17 when stat cards got removed, having a plus 10 all attributes card with 50% manager bonus, which obviously gave plus 15 to all stats, and being able to apply them and use them in Foot Champs and use them in Rivals, it created a really, really bad experience for a lot of people. And it could be the same. Whereas having any player just be jacked out with infinite number of traits could mean that it's a really bad gaming experience if EA don't get the balance right. If there is another particular thing in the game that is overpowered, whether that's long shots, whether that's crosses, whether that's set pieces, and then you just apply the correct traits to all of the players in your team to manipulate that broken gameplay, it's going to become a very, very, very testing game very early on. However, if the traits do genuinely allow you to just improve the team that you have, the thing that I can see it doing as an absolute positive is allowing me to take the players that I love playing with, most specifically the Arsenal players, who should be way higher rated in EAFC 24, but it should allow me to take those players, give them the traits that I want to make them more usable in game, because right now there are some really cool Arsenal players, but some of them just stink for any particular reason. And I can't wait for some more confirmed information from EA themselves on how this feature is going to work. The fifth and final confirmed thing that is coming to EAFC 24 is my absolute favorite, and it is the Ultimate Team Academy. Similar to what we've seen already with upgradable players in FIFA, where you'd get a player, play some games and do some objectives, and then get a new player at the back of that. It seems like, and I hope for sure, that the Academy is actually more akin to NBA 2K My Team's Evolution players, which is keeping the exact same card and upgrading it through challenges and having different upgrade paths. For some of you that don't know, the Evo system on 2K, as you'll see here with Bryant Reeves on the screen, has things like score 1,500 points, grab 1,000 rebounds, and play 70 games, and that gives you his first evolution. Some cards only have 1 evolution, some cards have up to 3 evolutions, and when you evolve the card, you can also choose a specific path. So think about a player that could be good offensively and defensively. Your first evolution could be giving them more pace and shooting, Whereas you could also then go for more defending and physical and take them a different way and evolve them in a different way. And the way that you evolve them then determines what you do for the next evolution. So if you take an attacking evolution for a player, let's say someone like Ivan Perisic, who's good going forwards and backwards, if you give him an offensive evolution, the next evolution set of objectives will be something like score goals, get assists, and play games. But if you do a defensive one, it could be something like collect tackles or claim tackles, get clean sheets, and don't get booked or play lots of games, things like that. And with the Academy or the Ultimate Team Academy coming, I would like to hope that it's not the same way that EA have done it previously, which is getting a card, and the Footballers was good for it, getting a card through an SBC, then playing with that card to unlock another one. But I personally would love to see it where instead of using a card to unlock a better version of said card, I would like to be able to keep that specific card and upgrade it through challenges. It would allow a lot more experimental teams, a lot more creative teams for people. And if there's a kind of promo or a whole bunch of evolution cards or academy cards, as they're going to be called, available, it again would just make for really, really good Ultimate Team kind of like personal fine-tuning. Finding a card that you love, maybe somebody from your team gets an academy card, and then just playing the living life out of the game with them in your team and upgrading them to the point where they're in line with the power curve and can be used in the game modes within Ultimate Team, where the champ still exists, rivals, squad battles, will be absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the things that I'm most looking forward to, because once again, I would love to be able to take all of my favorite Arsenal players, the whole Arsenal team in fact, play with them over and over and over, and continuously upgrade these players. And of course, this is a fantasy game mode. So whilst it may be a little bit counterintuitive in the real world to have, for example, an Eddie Nketiah as a 95 rated gold card that I've upgraded through playing loads of games, he already got given an 89 rated Future Stars card. Players already get FUT birthday cards, Winter World cards, Centurion cards. There are so many players who'd get upgraded and boosted just for the sake of it, that why not let us play with our favorite teams and our favorite players and have those upgraded? I think the connection from the fans and the players of the game to the teams will keep them on the game longer and keep them far more engaged. But that, guys, was 5 confirmed things coming in EAFC 24. As more things get released, leaked, and confirmed, I'll do some more videos on the things that's coming. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.